세러데이 쇼다운 하나생명 e스포츠 대 디플러스 기아.
See what Chovy wants to play. Still expecting this TF to go top.
He could just play Orianna since they didn't lock it in. A matchup that you can win into the way. Yone, though.
Chone!
Yeah, Yone is just so strong into Hui because obviously you can get chunked out of lane early, but you have great follow-up for his ultimate with the Jax and vice versa, and Hui is just going to really struggle if Yone starts getting online.
Plays for a very long time, though. Let's jump into the game at number 1. 37 to 40 minutes. Definitely a slower meta at the moment, and we in the LCK, if it is a slow meta, if we ever begin to lean even slightly in that direction, for now, Rascal down about 10 CS. Bottom lane here, level 4, seems like FaZe just got back to lane as able to harass them back and push them out. We have TP as well here out of Yehu. Chovy did go back. He's got level 6 now. So a new level of pressure that can be obtained by the
practicing this because it's been so meta for so long as Lens is in trouble.
Well, you can do this as well. Flash forward from Teddy, but Lens is too quick. As now FaZe trying to take the 1v2. This is not going well. He's missing kind of everything now. As flash forward with the bubble. That's going to be first blood going to FaZe though. And now Pleta is going to pick up the kill. Pleta, unfortunately, I think extending for the Lulu. Maybe should have just focused on the Zeri. And that will give first blood to FaZe.
Yeah, that does end up giving FaZe the first blood. He's probably shocked to see it. Didn't want to use his flash there and will not do so. So 3 summoners down for DRX, 3 for Gen.G, but critically the flash still available for FaZe is massive for him that he should be able to get away with getting back and won't lose too much CS. He will lose a plate. However, now Sponge is up here. There's a ward.
Now that's a red card as well. Keen's in a bit of trouble. And he is going to utilize the Ghost, trying to just outrun the Vi here. Gold card is going to come through, but easily canceled by the cease and desist. Keen still holding on to his flash, though, and he is going to utilize it, and they can't get under the turret.
Guess what?
Yeah, now Canyon says, oh, this is a free little dive down here on the bottom side. Tidal Wave comes through. It's a double bubble. It's going to hit them as Teddy gets some huge damage into Lehens, but at the end of the day, Teddy also is going to bite the dust. That is a 2-for-1 in favor of Gen.G. Here is Yehu. Trying to make some plays, is going to force a flash at a FaZe.
We'll have to flash, of course, when Yehu comes down, but a good play, good reaction to that extended topside play coming through from Sponge.
Yehu kind of an awkward spot there up against the wall. Canyon is going to pick up the 3rd bub for himself. Looks like Sponge took 2 and then ran away. Yeah. Still chasing him, and a huge amount of burst damage comes in onto FaZe, but Rascal, he chases too far. The flash comes out. He's got a dash over the wall, and he will be okay. But now...
Yeah, Yehu decided to come down there to try to make sure they could follow up on that play, but I don't know if that was necessary. It's going to cost him a plate that I don't think it really needed to lose, as Rascal's still in an uncomfortable spot. No ult, no flash. Clears the wave.
Oh boy. Yeah, he's dead. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have any more dashes. He's just taken out. Kind of funny.
In this case for DRX, which doesn't feel great about that being the only advantage you have in this game. I mean, you blink and it's a 4,000 gold lead.
Yehu just flashed, and now there's a TF underneath the turret. He's got to run. The fear is excellent, but now he's got a Yone right behind him, and Chovy just barely going to get away. Sponge is going in, and he might be able to pick up this kill. Yes, he will, but now level 10 Canyon is getting on in there as the Jungle Jax, and you're not getting away from this one, especially with the TF gold card, as that will be another kill in the hands of Gen.G.
Gen.G to see everything on the map, every single play, every single angle. There's some money coming through, but the Zeri's got 2 kills. Yone picked up some plates, and
And Pleta does have heal and tidal wave. He's got a lot of stuff to actually help, and you know what? Canyon oversteps, and he's just gonna flash out of there. He's like, never mind, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Teddy has cleanse, and he is going to utilize it here just to be safe.
Oh, really? Mid turret also gone.
And we got Yehu around as the fear is going to come through. Huge amount of burst onto FaZe, but the wild growth makes him a tank, and he's just going to flash away after taking damage from the fireball. As now, maybe Canyon thinking about diving that turret. And just going to wait until the Renekton goes, and then he's going to wait until the Hui goes. And the TP comes through, actually, so maybe just waiting to actually dive here as a 3-man unit, 1v3.
Yeah, once the wave crashes, they have an opportunity for sure. Yehu doesn't have flash.
It is Hui, and he's trying desperately to clear the wave, but he's not going to clear the cannon. A very unfortunate timing for him. They're just going to kill the turret. It's not even a dive anymore. They're just 3v1 bullying him on the bottom side of the map. Fortunately, it doesn't feel like there's too much to hold on to, as now Yehu in a lot of trouble, gets flashed, gold carded, and CC'd to death. And that'll be the end of him. Good luck trying to side lane against all of this roaming power from Genji.
They have to contest Baron. DRX here, they have to check this, and so very scary now. You have to be on the top side of the map. Yone's still bottom, but that's teleport, of course.
In this game.
Well, if you want to put 2 Ts on it, I feel like Genji might butt in to his plan.
Oh boy. It's perfect. And look at this. The engage is pretty perfect as well, as Sponge trying to get something done. He's going to get blast coned in. Unfortunate. Very rare usage of that plant, but that's going to be his demise, as that is the end of Sponge. Genji are just kind of playing with their food at this point. They have total control over all of the map. They could do Baron if they want.
Could stay a little bit longer, as they just have so much control. He could just wait for the next wave and keep hitting the turret. They're going to 3-man this mid turret. Actually, even Canyon coming over here. Look at how much damage he does. It's just absurd.
Yeah. Cullen comes out. Cleared the wave, I guess. And meanwhile, Hui still exists in this game, I swear. And again, it doesn't even really feel like this is Yehu's fault. Like, he tried his best. He did get caught the one time, but then the TF ganked him. Like, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is really hard. Pick your poison, DRX.
Keen runs in a straight line at them, takes more than half his health bar, but he's still going to land the gold card, so I guess he did his job. He's got the RFC online, and they're not able to dodge him, as Canyon is behind the whole team. Toby getting in there. He's going to keep Rascal around, takes him down. A lot of damage into Toby, but meanwhile, the front line of DRX is just disappearing, evaporating before our eyes, as now Pace underneath the turret. Another gold card is going to hit Teddy, as he doesn't have anyone else on his team. That is a clean ace for the side of Genji.
There you go. There you have it. 24.5 minutes in. They're going to push to end here. 30 seconds on the Lucian, 30 seconds on the Hui.
It's over.
It's done. That's it. That was the last and only real team fight. And it wasn't even a real team fight. It was just them getting caught. He's like, that's the Twisted Fate gameplay. I lose half my health bar, press gold card, my team wins.
I have the RFC. I attacked him from miles away.
We just reminded everyone, or Genji reminded everyone, there's still top dog in the LCK.
TF still does what he did. He is a little bit less oppressive in terms of the amount of damage he does, but he's still an incredible range versus top matchup. Takes Ghost, still bullies those melees, and
Cassante is still available. We saw him dismantle Owner and Zeus together with it when Zeus played the Jace in the series against Genji, and that's what he's going to do again here, or at least hope to do, into Frog on the Jace.
Yeah, and if DRX gets behind with this, I don't foresee a long future for Game 2. But let's jump onto their rift for Game 2.
He's played the Tristana so many times, he's played into it so many times, knows this matchup. He's going to get slowed here.
The whole team is in the brush, guys. As they're going to bubble it, they're going to get the flash out of Yehu. Trying to get something out of Chovy. Lahen's going to flash over the wall now. He's in a bit of trouble, as he doesn't have his flash anymore, and he should be going down here. As flash forward now from Pleta, looking for more. And it's first blood to Maokai. Sponge going to pick this one up.
Yeah, some flashes down here. You know, Chovy, Lahen's lose their summoners. And of course, Yehu will expend his with Pleta. But this is the power of level 1 Ashe. And you have to respect it. I think Genji thought with his W there was really a big deciding factor as to why that ended up working so well for DRX. So, big win. 3 Hail of Blades setups here, as Yehu's going to be trying to put the pressure on in mid, and obviously bot, that's how it goes. Level 2 advantage.
Yeah. Level 2. Yehu does take a big chunk of damage from the minions. Meanwhile, down on the bottom side, Pleta is going to get bubbled. But should be fine, as they will have control of this lane early on.
And we'll see him come path bottom side first, of course, to punish this Ashe Caitlyn. They do not have vision in the brush.
So they saw him on the Gromp. They're not respecting this engage. Pleta does not have flash, so he's just dead. Guys, you saw him on the Gromp. Your support doesn't have flash. There wasn't a ward. There was no way to see him coming on in, but they could have extrapolated that there was a chance he would gank the lane that doesn't have flash.
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe Isaac picked for the stomach on this one because they want to maximize the value out of this Caitlyn Ashe, and I think the communication between Teddy and Pleta is let's just keep pushing this, let's get a bigger advantage, but gotta respect Canyon.
Yeah. Definitely good stuff so far from Frog. But Cannon's a level 3 Rel, and he's trying to get some stuff done. We do have Sponge coming on up to the top side as well, but Frog is going to be forced to flash away from this one. Canyon no longer has his flash, but he's going to hit the max range Q, although Frog is going to stay alive, and now Sponge is here with double buff, but not going to extend the play. Yeah, I think there's something to be said about saying, okay, most likely he's just going to path towards his red. He's behind, he lost a buff already, so maybe he's not going to come bot, but either way, that's the way it did pan out. And now Sponge is on the bottom side of the map here. Pay's already taken a bunch of damage. Just step on a trap. He is going to cleanse away from the root, but this is pretty elementary as a very nice dive does come in from the side of DRX.
Well played. Teddy should be able to grab that plate as well. He does, and now Lehens is next on the chopping block.
Yep, Pleta going to tank up a couple of shots, and it's done perfectly. That's a couple of kills now for DRX on the bottom side of the map.
And there's no prio for Chovy mid, so they're getting plates, they're getting a dragon, and Gen G just put so far behind in this early game. And we're looking at a 2,000 gold lead here, nearly, at 7.5 minutes. This early game is going swimmingly. Pay's so far behind on CS, plus the plate gold means he is just so significantly behind this lethality Caitlyn as Frog.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. The knockup is going to come in here as he gets knocked away by the hammer. So Frog doesn't have any way to get away from this, although it does go pretty far away. But this is Cassante, who am I kidding? He's got another dash in about a second or two. It's a straight up solo kill.
Mentioned is once again Canyon stays down here.
This time there is Arrow, all summoners available for DRX's bottom lane. Still just trying to help out the bottom lane. Canyon's taking a lot of damage here, but now Pleta, he's not going to respect the Rel combo. He's just going to get Magna Stormed in the face as here comes Sponge, but is he on time is the question. Another Q is going to come through, and Teddy just gets run into as Pays will be able to take him down with the help of Lehens. Actually flashes and then dies as Sponge might be able to follow up on this one. Nice Q.
Bit of a messy one down there, but Gen G have really evened up the gold.
Yeah, and what do you do when new players join the LCK? You bully them. This dive is not going very well. Pay's just going to die to the turret. So actually, Gen G are the ones bullying themselves, I guess. That dive was not it.
What is going on, Valdez?
Yeah, who's just dead. No flash, no rocket jump. Not sure how that one happened. Maybe he jumped in again, and then he died. And it's an engage from Canyon. Pleta is once again dead. He's just taking a huge amount of damage from this one, and now Canyon's in a bit of trouble. He's trying to run this one off with his horse pants, but it's not quite going to work out. The heal comes through, but the Q hits as down will go Lehens, and DRX win the 3v3.
Sponge has 4 kills, Valdez, in this game. He got that Night Spout early, and with the Merc Treads, he just runs at them. He doesn't care and pays. He wants to stop these plates from going over, but he is actually now under threat. He wants to farm. Yehu
is dead. Is he? 1 Q? Yeah, that's it.
You knew he was
mid lane and help out with this. Meanwhile, in the top side, Sponge knows where his bread is buttered, as maybe he doesn't actually. Double TP is coming in from the entire side of Gen G. Teddy is so dead, and down he will go. Keen not going to be able to catch Sponge, as Canyon will do the job instead, as he was just running up the river himself. The disengage cone is definitely going to help out very nicely here, but unfortunately, Cassante is more overpowered than the blast cones that try very hard to deny us any action. So he is going to pick up that kill, as Gen G are right back in the game. Now, still a Caitlyn in this game. Teddy's doing a good job of trying to cut off some angles and stuff, but at the end of the day, no stopping Canyon from hopping on in there, as he will come up now. And Canyon has his own Knight's Vow now. This one is put on Pays. Pleased to have that. Chovy might be in a bit of trouble here as the Maokai ultimate does come out. Does get caught by the edge of that one. Very nice shockwave. There is no wave here, but it does not matter as they just burst down Chovy. That's a big shutdown in the hands of Frog now.
That was what I was talking about in the draft, the combo. You just press Maokai ult, you press Ash Arrow, and then you just shoot him with Jace. And
the completed calls, so Jace definitely should be doing some work here as Yehu in a bit of trouble. That Arrow is not going to do much. And again, this 1v1 is not going to work. Yehu can't really match Chovy in the side lane right now. And out comes Sponge.
The Rift Herald escape pod.
Yeah.
In action here, Sponge will have to flash away, but they're not done yet.
Thankfully, Chovy has... Nope, it's not going to matter. The ult does follow. And no disengage code and is going to help him out this time. As now Sponge is going to get re-caught here with no summoners. Down he goes. 19 kills in a 21-minute game.
Yeah, this game is definitely a very high kill, very high action, constant skirmish game, as Keen is once again going to come up behind them here, not giving any mid-prio, not giving any control.
Now, nice trap here, and Keen is in a bit of trouble. That Caitlyn is doing a nice amount of damage, even with the stacking armor that Keen does have. It's a trinket as well. DRX are going to have to do something. Gen G are not backing down from this Baron. As we can see, the poke is going to hit Chovy mainly, as now the tidal wave is excellent to keep Sponge out of this one. And look at Keen as well, just going to ult him. Excellently done by the top laner of Gen G to keep the jungler out of this one. But now can they win the fight is the question, as here comes Canyon, going to take down Frog, as he is the front line right now. And the Maokai, you know, Sponge, he's the only one left here with 380 carries. He's just got to turn tail and get out. Thankfully, the Blast Cone saves his life and avoids more action. But Gen G, a massive win. Huge amount of pressure onto this map. With the Baron power plays, here comes the Hex Flash, but the Nature's Grasp is going to help out a bit, but only helps out the rest of the team, Sponge not included.
Yeah, who's going to get a turret up here top side, so it's not all for nothing here for DRX. Not all for naught, the lost turret mid, but it's going to be a trade 2-for-1 here potentially. The wave will actually thin out, so won't be able to grab this inhibitor turret, but they get half of it. As Teddy, got to be further back than you are.
You got to avoid the minefield as well. Culling is going to come out, and Teddy's so low, and he just gets taken out, assassinated by the Lucian. I guess that's why we still pick this champion, as that's a double kill for Pays.
Okay, Teddy may have overextended, but then on the chase, they come through here. Pays, calls.
The end of this is so clean. Oh. And then it's a bit more cherry on top.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to say much. Meanwhile, some more trading, because that's what this game is all about.
And the fact that he could just beat this Orianna in sides means the Orianna late game side threat is not really going to be an issue. So speaking of issues.
Yeah, even all of those traps not going to help out. Although Sponge does live, and now you've got to run through the traps, so Redemption is going to help out nicely. And, you know, 12% extra. And now he's got the cripple poop. So this Orianna that's already incredibly strong. We also have Bloodthirster finished for Pays. So your damage dealers are doing a lot, and your tanks have just stacked an incredible amount of armor, as Pleta doesn't exist anymore. He's just pushed away, as we do have a big fight coming in here, and Yehu's just not here. Neither is Keen, but now Sponge is going to be taken out as well, and Canyon finally pulls the trigger. They don't even need that Baron. They're just going to run at DRX and kill 4 of them. And that might just be the end of the game.
Yep, they end up catching them there in the top lane before the Baron even spawns. Who needs Baron subs? Gets his 1500th kill, the first LCK top laner to do so. And he may be picking up a POG in this one as well. They're pushed to end.
Yeah, that should do it. And Gen G gonna make it pretty quick here. We talked about some long metas in recent times. Not the case when Gen G does play off against teams they are much better than. So, quick 2-0. And a bunch of kills in this second game. Gen G, you see that Keen just takes negative damage in the trade. And that is going to do it. Gen G will go home very happy tonight. I would assume that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's probably
actual cake that they have. Kind of doubt it. But, you know, the lethality, Caitlyn looked pretty good again.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy played it well.
Win, but
it's not individual plays, I think, that DRX struggle with the exception of Yehu here. It's just that Gen G is one of our most coordinated teams in the world that we have right now, so